Starting from a struggling actor, starring in low-budget TV films and TV movies in the 80s, to finally making his breakout in the movie Malcolm X in 1992, to his last action-packed movie he brought out, The Equalizer 3. Denzel has given us banger after banger. But today we battle it out to see who can draft the best top 5 Denzel movies. Denzel very rarely lets us down, so what deserves to be drafted? What deserves to be on our list? So join myself, Adsey, and Grandpa Popcorn at the bar, as today we will battle it out and draft our best top 5 films. What will be number 1? Who will have the best list? It's all up to you. So sit back, crack a drink, and join us. Let's see some blood. Alright, I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Welcome back to the fucking channel. Rob, Adsey's back. What's going on, man?
Not much, mate. Looking forward to this one.
This is going to be an absolute banger. Denzel Washington, one of our favourite actors. Everyone's favourite actor. Everyone loves Denzel.
Bloody hell.
Has he got a bad movie? I can't really say. I don't have a bad one of him to bring up. But we're going to do our top 5 best box sets. Who can do the best box set? And we'll say g'day to Grandpa before we get started with the rules. Grandpa?
Eat shit, pricks.
Right.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Doesn't heck yeah.
Love it.
So this will be the last episode before next week, by the way. So next week when we do the end of the year draft pick, season 1 final count, that's going to be the 4th of December, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Western Australian time. So figure it out wherever you are in the world, because next week we're going to be live doing the final count to see who wins this. But we've got to do a coin toss after we see the rules. So coin flip. Don't just pick for votes, pick for the best box set. You will vote in the community section. And next week, finally, for the end of season 1, we'll have an ultimate winner. So season 2 and 3 and 4 aren't going to be as long as season 1. We'll probably narrow it down to 15 episodes, so the best of 15. Season 1 just happened to be like the best of 28 or something.
I'll
Bit of a long season.
Single one, mate.
Bit of a long season, but we didn't decide that we're going to turn it into seasons, but we did. All right, let's stop blubbering. Fuck up, Rob. Just pick heads or tails, Adsey. It's your fucking pick.
I'm going to go heads.
He's going heads.
Oh,
Tails, yeah, boy.
yeah.
Get to you.
Oh, God. All right. Oh, no.
King Kong, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck off.
He's picking training day. He's picking training day from 2001. Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke. We've got a bad undercover cop here. If you have not seen Training Day, well,
What are you doing?
where have you been all your life? When I first watched this when I was younger in 2001, I don't know about you, but I feel it was filmed very differently to anything else. Like, it was just different. And I still can't explain to this day how, but a lot of movies are filmed like this now, but it was just so much different, where it was slow at the start as well. I found it was slow at the start as well for the first time I watched it.
Yep.
And then it gets into it, and then when they're tricking Ethan Hawke and all that, and then once it all happens, it all goes down, the story becomes a full circle. You're like, that was fucking really good. First 20 minutes, I wasn't sure. But then as the story kept going on, because you're like, what's going on? Why is he being like this to Ethan Hawke? Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, when I say different, I mean like it was very dialogue. A lot of dialogue in this movie, more than actions itself in the first half.
So a lot more talking than I was used to. So that's where I can say it was a little bit different. Filmed a little bit different too, with the colours and all that too. But second time you watch it, you go, "This is fucking 10 out of 10." Then the next time you watch it, you're like, "Oh, Denzel, give me it in my box set."
Yeah. I actually 100% agree. I saw this at the cinema in 2001, and I was a bit like, I didn't really know what to make of it. And and it is a slow burn, and also like you're kind of like on edge with all of the characters in this, especially Denzel's character, because he's such a bad guy. There are no redeeming qualities for his character. He is bad to the bone, and but he is absolutely wonderful in this film. And like you say, I've repeat watched this so many times, and it's magnificent, And Ethan Hawke's great.
So good.
Yeah, that scene at the end with Denzel, where he's like, King Kong ain't got shit on me, and just that whole speech where he just goes full tilt, and it's like one of the greatest things I've ever seen him do. And I 100% agree with what you said. I think it's fantastic and just gets better and better, and it's one I can watch over and over again. But it wasn't my number one.
It wasn't your number one?
No, it was my number two.
No, I think I know your number two. Your number one is my number two. But before you get to your number one, just the shock value when he gets machine gunned.
Yeah. Oh, because you don't expect it. Like, you think he's going to get away, or kind of like, because I thought that the boys were going to shoot him after Ethan leaves. I thought with the money, I thought the boys were going to, when he puts the gun to his head, and I was like, oh, he's going to kill him, and he didn't. And I thought, oh, they're going to give him a pass. But then, when you watch it again, you see the Russian bit where he's in the diner with the other cops, and he says, "You had a big night, a big time at Vegas, didn't you?" And you know that people are after him when you watch it again, and it's like the Russians are after him, and
he fucked himself. In the end, he fucked himself.
Yeah,
and I haven't been shocked in a movie to a machine gun shooting like that since the first Godfather, when the brother got done at the fucking toll booth. But yeah, I agree. I haven't had a good machine gun shooting like that, like unexpected one.
No, the only one that compares for me is Heat. That shootout. You do not think that's going to happen, and when it does, it's like badass. But 100% with the Sunny death in Godfather again. Brilliant choice, mate. Sorry,
what's your number one? What's your number one, bro? What's your number one?
It's Man on Fire.
Man on Fire.
Yes, I think that this is his best performance for me. And when it first came out, it got absolutely bagged by the critics.
It did,
right? Yeah. It was. I think if you look up on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, I think it's still like a 43% or some shit. Right, but you look on like Letterboxd and all that, and you see 5s out of 5s, all over the place. And this film is dark, but I mean, dark but it's got a great story, and it deserves the darkness. Some films are dark just for the sake of being, or bloody just for the sake of it. But this film is like it's on another level where it's about a alcoholic who is a former badass, and he gets hired to be a bodyguard for a young girl in I think it's Mexico City, and but his skills are because he's still on the drink, and the way they show that as well, like at night when he's doing the Jack Daniels, you really feel it, and just his acting when he's drunk, and the interplay. This is another slow burn as well. The interplay between Dakota Fanning and Denzel, absolutely magic. And
it's a great story of them becoming friends.
Yeah, and like it's believable, and like that he would fall in love with this kid, and then she does. Sorry if you haven't seen this, go out and watch it. But I'm going to spoil some stuff. But she does get kidnapped, and that's when we see Denzel's character come to life. What he used to be, which is basically an assassin. And he just turns into like the baddest badass ever.
Yeah, it's so good. The main plot in this movie that I got out of it every time I watch it is that he values her life more than his own.
Yes.
From the friendship that she has given him, and she's so innocent and all that. So it's a very good story. It's a really, really good story. Both our number one picks are worthy of being number one because they need to be in the same box set, but they've been split up. They've been split up. They're twins that have been split up at birth. No, this is a couple of years after Training Day as well. A lot of people, I don't know why a lot of people hate it. And the ending, we won't spoil the ending, but
no.
Man.
Oh, it's full on, yeah. But it's definitely, and like there was, I'll tell you after the show, but there's a deleted scene where there's a different ending.
What?
To the one, yeah. On the Blu-ray or the DVD or whatever you've got, there's a deleted scene, and it's a fantastic ending, but it just doesn't fit the film that Tony Scott made. By the way, this is directed by Tony Scott brilliantly. But the ending is more. All I'll say is it's more action orientated than what we get. All right, but this film ends perfectly for me. But it's just great to you can see it on YouTube as well, I think, and it's a great ending, but it just doesn't fit the film that was made.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to check out the alternate ending. I don't like it all the time when they do alternate endings, though, but because it makes you go, fuck, which one do I want to fucking watch? Or which one have they put on the disc that I've got? But no, good choice, man. That's a fucking banger. That was my next choice. Lucky I got won the toss. Won the toss. So I'm going. I'm going to go 2014, The Equalizer.
Very nice.
Yes. Nothing like Denzel fucking up some Russians in another movie where he's kind of got the trained combat. This was a fucking bloody good movie. Another movie where he's formed a friendship with a friggin' another female star, young star at the time who became good on her own. But
Chloe Grace Moretz, she's great.
Yeah, she's done good in her career. But this is a good movie. He fucks people up in this. This is just insane. I forgot to mention as well before we get onto this one properly. Christopher Walken is in your last movie. You and your freaking Christopher Walken. You've been getting Christopher Walken on your things. But this one we've got Bill Pullman.
Yep.
Yeah. So he does banger. Yeah, it's Chloe Moretz or something like that. Her name is in this. But there's a few friggin' bloody good actors in this. The Russians.
Oh, he's great. The lead Russian guy, he's fantastic.
I don't know his name, but I've seen him in a few films. But this, of course, was the best of the three. The three that came out.
100% agree. I like the second and the third, though. But
I like them all. You could sit down and watch the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
But this is just, there's not even much more I can say about this. If you haven't seen this, if you want to see some good fucking revenge violence, he's just such a, the way he acts. So if we want to, because we're doing Denzel Washington and his acting performances where he is just eating a meal at that fucking diner. But he's switched on and he's watching everything and he's just such a fucking good bloke.
Yeah.
But don't fuck with him.
Well, he's got OCD as well, so he's he's putting shit in a certain way, but it's all, and like when he does some violent stuff, it's all done very, very well. Yeah, and I mean, like the ending as well. What an awesome finale! It's just it goes like it starts off like this, and then it just goes bang.
I didn't expect when I first saw it. Did not expect it to go the way it did.
No, I didn't either. Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be as action packed as it is at the end. Yeah. But,
I didn't expect it. And
At Bunnings or whatever it's called in America, Home Depot or whatever.
yeah.
Freaking fantastic.
But there's some good kills in this. If you haven't seen it, watch The Equalizer #1, then watch #2, then watch #3.
Nice job. I love it.
Or you could go back to our last week's episode and watch Hulk Hogan's Suburban Commando. Your choice.
God.
What do you got as your second pick, man?
I've got Crimson Tide.
You fucker. Motherfucker.
Another Tony Scott absolute gem. With Gene Hackman and the two of them facing off. I mean, let's go. Like literally two of the greatest actors facing off. And Gene Hackman's so good as this prick, old school bloke who, he treats, because he's the captain of the ship, Denzel's the XO, and the way he treats him, like you're expecting the reaction that Denzel gives, and but just the two of them, like just going at each other is just watch it for that. And Tarantino actually did some of the dialogue in this film as well. Really? So some of the cool dialogue in it he wrote for Tony. Because Tony did his first script, which was True Romance. So they became friends. Yeah. And Tony just asked him, do you mind tighten up some of the dialogue? So the bit where James Gandolfini's talking to the bloke on the bus, going through the movie quotes, that's all Tarantino. So, but yeah, this film is an absolute banger. It's action packed. It's a thrill ride. If you want a doozy of a submarine thriller, and I think it's better than Hunt for Red October by miles. So yeah, check it out.
100% agreed. A few people would try and punch you in the face for saying that.
I know. I don't get it.
Yeah, but this has just got. It's just the thing about this one. If you don't feel anxiety, would you agree? When he's
definitely
making the decisions, and when they're slowly just floating down and floating down, and that Denzel's face acting so well. Like, have I made the right decision? We're about to implode. Like, like, what the fuck have I done? Tony Soprano's son of a bitch in it.
Yeah, right.
He's a fucking prick, isn't he? He fucking plays
good.
a real asshole. He's fucking good in it. He was very, very good. But it's so good how, he's popped off. His submarine just exploded.
The water is the background makes it look wicked as well. Well, we're talking about this one.
It's great how two sides, like, people stick with Denzel and people stick with Gene. It's just cool story. Everything about it. Anxiety. And then at the end, what do we get? Shake of the hands. Once we're all on deck, once we're in court, once it's all over and done with. So it just shows the pressure, besides the pressure. Yeah. But it just shows the pressure of the situation of how these people. I could never be a seaman, but fuck that. I could never do that and work in a Navy ship. Imagine that.
Oh, be hot. Like just the close quarters as well. Like I'm a bit claustrophobic, so. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And it's out of your control when a torpedo gets shot at you. It's just...
Yeah, you're just literally crossing your fingers.
Yeah. Waiting for the kabam. Yeah. So it's a good movie. I think it's probably the best submarine movie as well. There's banger submarine movies out there, but this is one of the top 2.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right. Good pick, man.
You're buddy.
You're a prick, eh? You're a prick, because that was so my next one. All right. Tossing up between the 2 here. And if I don't pick right, I'll fuck it up. Let's make sure I fucking. All right. Yep. No, I'm happy with this. I'm going from 1999, The Hurricane.
Fuck.
Here comes the story of the hurricane.
Great choice.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I love this movie. True story too. Crazy. I love the true story about how that kid found that old book of his and started visiting him in jail.
Yeah.
And then they reopened the court case. So he actually, because of that kid, he was lucky that he fucking got out. It all worked out for him. But horrible times back then, back in certain areas of America, where you could get arrested for fucking anything just because you're a color. That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Crazy.
Absolute horrible what he would have went through. True, like I said, true story as well. Would he have been the greatest? Would he have been better than Ali? Would he have been better than some of the others? We don't know. We'll never find out. Never ever find out if he was going to be as good. But he had a fucking damn good record. He had a damn good record.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a great story, and it's so moving. But and Denzel's performance. I mean, Denzel in everything, he's fantastic. But in this one, he's great, and the boxing scenes, because he literally trained how to box, and he looks like he could, he literally. And there's boxing in Crimson Tide as well, but the boxing scenes, it's one of some of the films that are made about boxers, you can kind of tell they haven't trained enough, but in this one, it's one of the best training an actor has done for a film, in my opinion, because the boxing scenes are some of the best ever for me.
I think one of his best parts, one of his best acting bits in this movie was when he first gets put into jail and he has to go to the hole for like like in there for like a month or whatever in darkness, and he's just like, no, I'm not fucking, I'm not wearing fucking prison, I'm not wearing prison clothes. No fucking chance. Well, will you wear pajamas then? After a fucking month and a bit or whatever it is in darkness, no fucking proper food and shaving and toilet, your shit bucket in there. Okay, I'll wear pajamas, but I'm not wearing prison fucking clothes. It's fucking brilliant. And it's great, his acting performance as well. I don't want to spend too much time on it because everyone's seen it, but just his goes in 3 stages, his character of this cocky boxer to first getting put into jail, and then his just attitude changes, his whole life changes, and then once he meets that kid, he gets very political as well. Amazing fucking story, sad story, brilliant fucking movie. Denzel,
100%.
A lot of these movies he should have been getting Oscars for. Just saying. But anyway, what is
totally agree.
What's your next pick, man? Because that was a fucking banger.
It was a banger. Yeah. You know how I wrote one down just before? That was the one I wrote down.
I know what it's going to be.
The Hurricane was the one I wrote down. Yeah,
was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remembered it. Yeah, and I was like, oh shit.
I reckon I know what your next one's going to be.
My next one is Flight. Yeah. I adore this movie and performance. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
movie.
It's brilliant.
I didn't think it was going to be your next one. I thought you were going to sneak it in and try to sneak it in your 5th, but I would have got it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to leave this one lying around.
Yeah. I would have fucked you up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But for me, it's number 3 all day, and but it's just, again, he's playing an alcoholic. He's so good at playing alcoholics. But and also he does a bit of the old Tutankhamun. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, this film is devastating. But it's also action packed. You got John Goodman for some laughs, and Denzel's performance. It's probably my favorite acting performance by him. The way he changes when he's on the piss, and some of those scenes, and that opening scene where he crashes the plane, it's just, it's so well done, and like you're just sitting there, like you can kind of see it coming in the opening shot where he's doing the coke, you know. Yeah, and you're thinking he's not going to get on the plane like that, is he? And he does, and you're just like, you know what's going to happen. The poor guy next to him, who's the co-pilot, you know, who's like a religious guy, you know, you just feel so sorry for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's a brilliant film, brilliant acting, directing, and yeah, it's number 3 all day, mate. I could go on about this one, but I won't. And I love the ending as well. You know, it's really devastating, but well worth it.
No, I agree with you as well. Definitely watch it if you haven't seen it. John Goodman's pretty fucking damn good in it as well, but he's good in everything that he does. Personally, I think he's underrated. Except maybe he should have fucked Roseanne off a long time before he did and started doing fucking some earlier movies. Fucking, but I don't know what he was doing there. Fucking Roseanne. But Denzel's so good with it. His dialogue, once again, is just, oh man. Does he ad-lib some of this shit that he does in movies? Because
I think he does, yeah.
Everything that comes out of his mouth, I sit there and go, this is one intelligent motherfucker. I want to fucking talk like, I want to talk like Denzel. I want to talk like Denzel.
Yeah. His walk. And he said this in interviews that he trained his whole career to do this walk, and it's the coolest walk any actor has got. Right, and he like you look at him, and you when he's on screen, and he's always walking so coolly, and you're thinking, oh, that's just the way he walks, and it's like, nah, he actually learnt to walk like that early in his career, so it would be different than, you know, how he walked, you know, and it's just shit like that he does in all his movies. You know, he's just the coolest. Let's be honest.
And everything that comes out of his mouth, I want to fucking be able to talk like him. I want to be able to talk like Denzel. I wish I could talk like Denzel.
He's like top 5 actors for me, easily. You know, got like Daniel Day-Lewis. You've got like Anthony Hopkins. He's in that list. Jack Nicholson. Dude. He's in that list.
Oh, he's up there with Jack Nicholson, yes. Jack Nicholson's one of the greatest, so is Denzel. Shit. Oh, man, it's so hard to fucking, yeah. We'll get into that one later on. My next one, I'm torn between 2 because I know you're going to fucking take the other one. I know 100% you'll take the other one.
Yeah, I might not.
If I don't take, I'm going to write on a piece of paper what I think your one is. When I don't pick, I'll hold it up on the screen when you choose yours. But
or do you want to hold it up now? I'll look away. I promise.
No. I'll hold it up when you. I'll hold it up when you. When you.
I'm not gonna. No, I might not.
Of course, my fucking texter runs out. You'll get the gist.
I think I know what you're going to pick as well, but yeah.
All right, my text has fucking run out. But anyway, I'm picking Remember the Titans for number 4.
Oh, good choice.
I absolutely love this movie from 2000. I know I think it's only a PG or a G, but it's such a good story. New coach comes to town. The young girl is so funny in the movie. The other coach's daughter. Daughter, fucking funny in it as well. But everyone is so good that plays in the team. They're all young. It's all about the blacks and whites getting together, sorting their shit out, and they went on a run and won the fucking championship. They fucking went from being just an all-white team to a freaking half-black, half-white team. It was great. It was a good merger. They could have called it merger instead of Remember the Titans. Remember the merger?
Could have, yeah.
Yeah. I love this movie. I watched it again the other day just to see, is it worthy of my top 5? And you know what? It really is. I really had fun with it again. Really liked it. There's some sadness in it. And once again, everything that comes out of Denzel's mouth is intelligent and brilliant. That's all I got to say is about that movie. What do you think about that one?
I love it. Yeah, it's a really feel-good film as well. You know, And yeah, the football scenes are great. You got a young Ryan Gosling in it. Yeah. And he's literally like it's one of his first films, and he's so young. But yeah,
he did good in it.
Yeah, and but Denzel, again, what you just said, mate, he just owns the screen, and every single scene he's in, it's just, you know, he like, I know we sound like massive over the top Denzel fanboys, but I mean, what can we say? You know, he's just such a good actor, you know. But yeah, I love the screenplay to this film, and it's got some really heavy moments as well, but they're handled to perfection. And I really it was on my list, and I think it's a fantastic film. So yeah, well done, man.
You fucking idiots are on fire tonight.
I think that's the nicest thing he's ever said.
Surprise idiots, but yeah. All right, what is your number 4 pick? We don't want to go too much over time, and I got this ready to fucking roll.
Oh, you got it down?
Yeah, yep. It's
all right.
Half run out text today.
I've got to go with American Gangster.
I'm not gonna hold it up then. So I didn't get it right.
I told you. Who knows what we're gonna pick? You know, but yeah,
because I won't hold it up. I won't hold it up until you pick your 5th pick, because I'm not going to pick this. I've just decided I'm actually going to choose something else way left field. That's probably going to either win it or lose it for me.
I am too.
Oh shit!
I think you're going to pick mine. I should have kept American Gangster.
American Gangster. All right. Good job.
Shit. You talk about fucking up. I just fucked up. Rob's gonna make me pay. But again, he's a baddie in it, like in Training Day, and I kind of picked this one because I did get Training Day. But he's fantastic as Frank Lucas, who's he was a real life gangster.
Yeah.
And it's about his rise to being a massive gangster from where he starts to where he ends up. But and you got Russell Crowe off him, who's brilliant in it. It's directed by Ridley Scott, so it's gorgeous. But his performance, he's just so bloody good at being a baddie, you know, and there's a scene in it between him and Cuba Gooding, and it's so well done. And some of the they shot at my wife. The way he yells it, you just feel you can feel everyone around it on the production going, shit. I'm sorry, Denzel. But it's fantastic. I won't go on about this one, but I think it's fantastic. And it's such a crazy story. Like, I think people will know when I say the dead bodies or the coffins, because it's a true story, and it's unbelievable how he gets the drugs from point A to point B. I won't spoil it, but crazy. And he's so good. Great film. Check it out.
And Russell Crowe was good too. He's fantastic. All right, I don't want to go too much over time because people hate it when they go too long. Oh my god, this TikTok video's gone over a minute. This TikTok video goes for fucking 60 minutes. So I am.
So true.
Now I'm having a heart attack. All right, I am going to go. I fuck my whole list up here and won't win if I choose.
What do you got?
I could go for the win, or I can choose like one of my actual real personal favorites. I'm going to go one of my real personal favorites. I'm fuck it, I'm doing it. From 1995, I'm going Devil in a Blue Dress.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
I absolutely love this movie. It's a detective movie. If you have not seen it, don't do your votes until you've watched all of our fucking movies.
Take it.
That is unfair. No. So Devil in a Blue Dress is a detective. He's trying to find this white chick in the blue dress. And brilliant movie, detective movie. I don't want to spoil anything about this, but he gets paid to do a job and keeps getting paid to find this girl. and shit keeps on happening, shit keeps on going south, and then there's more clues and more clues of who's the dirty rat? Who's the dirty rat back then? Yeah, who's the dirty rat? Who's the dirty? Oh, you are Denzel. So,
Don't put that shit in my head. I've got an image now.
now you want to watch it. So that's my 1920s.
I love it, mate. I'll quickly just go, please, what Rob just said, go check it out. It's like a classic crime noir, and a brilliant side performance from Don Cheadle. And he's a baddie in it. But it's a brilliant film, and it literally has you like this throughout the running time, and because I love
score was good. The score really fucking felt like the 1920s, didn't it? 40s, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And please do yourself a favor if you like film noir, if you like Denzel, Don Cheadle, those sorts of films, go check it out. It's brilliant.
Definitely.
And it's on my list again.
I've written down the one that I didn't pick. I chose Devil in Blue Dress instead. Let's see if this fucks with me.
Wait. Yeah.
What's your last pick?
I'm going to go with John Q.
Oh, I thought it was going to be The Streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah, that was next. For sure. His performance in that, like everyone talks about Tom Hanks in that film. Just quickly, everyone talks about Tom Hanks, but freaking Denzel absolutely smashes that bigoted character, but also his arc. So he starts off like that, but his arc, because he starts to get to know Tom Hanks in it, he's fantastic. But my next one is John Q. Yeah, I already said. Sorry, but Philadelphia just cleaned my brain out. But John Q for me is awesome. It's an action film. It's got heart. It's got a great message, and you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. But and he's fantastic again. Like you were saying at the beginning. I can't think of a bad Denzel performance. I don't think he's ever done one. But John, I'll be quick because I don't want to go over time. But John Q is just a punch in the face of a film in a good way. Not in a bad way.
You get so emotionally invested into what he is doing of trying to save his kid, and you're just like, you feel his pain. You would have done the same thing.
How gorgeous is that little boy as well? They've cast it brilliantly, and the wife's brilliant. I mean, you would do anything for your son, so it just makes
100%.
sense.
100%. No, it's a fucking ripper of a movie. I reckon we actually might have the actual proper top 10. The only other ones besides Philadelphia, I don't want to go through it all because we're running out of time, but I fucking love The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I love that movie, and I also love Fallen. Fallen is fucking wicked, underrated.
Detective story again,
Yep. And Soprano's in it again. Soprano's he's been in a few of his movies.
Yep. And the only one I wanted to shout out as well is Inside Man. I won't go into it because a brilliant film by Spike Lee, and just a brilliant heist film.
Yep. He doesn't do a bad movie. He doesn't do a bad. Even He Got Game's good.
It's brilliant. Yeah. But
let's chuck up on the screen. Let's not waffle. Let's chuck up on the screen. Okay. Adsey's got Man on Fire, Crimson Tide, Flight, American Gangster, and John Q. That's a fucking damn good Denzel box set. I'd probably buy that if I saw that for $29.99. I got Training Day, Equalizer, Hurricane, Remember the Titans, and Devil in a Blue Dress. Mine's actually running for $34.99. It's extra $5. But banger of a list there as well. So whatever box set you would buy, what list you like better, in the community section, you can vote now while you're watching this. It's already up, ready to go. Finish watching this, thumbs it up, all that crap. Next week, if the time changes, we'll put the time on the internet, what time it's going to be. You'll see on the page when it's going to be anyway. But we're aiming for 7 p.m. Western Australian time. So it's December the 4th. That's next Wednesday. It's the final count. We're going to find out of our 28 episodes, whatever it was.
Yeah, can't wait, mate.
So the voting will be closed on the 1st of December. That's the Sunday night at midnight. I'll close the voting so I can actually take screenshots of all the results and have them ready for the screen. And then we do the count of what the results were. So you've got until Sunday night. So this episode is only going to have 3 or 4 days of voting. So
get on it.
You can,
Adsey,
because
Adsey
all the other episodes have had 28 weeks worth.
Yeah.
This one's only going to have 5 days worth, so it's going to be harder. And then next year debuts. We'll have the 1st of January because that's a Wednesday in Australia. So first we'll have 3 weeks off. We'll do some other little bits and pieces mucking around, and then season 2 will be the 1st of January. But next week is what it's all about. It's going to be a banger. We've been saying we're going to do this live one. We don't know how long it will go for, so you can jump in and out and have a good laugh at all our fucking picks. But remember, like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. Remember to say hi to your mum for us because she wants to watch us. Until next week, for the live episode, fucking live. See you.